Feuer, if you'd like to come forward.
Council members, MPP Kim Crater, and community members. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my deputation. My name is Daniel Feuer, and I have one elementary student attending public school in Niagara-on-the-Lake. I'm addressing you tonight on this report CAO 10-007. The concept of an NDSS strategy committee is great. Come up with a plan to save Niagara-on-the-Lake's only high school. I really believe our town needs and deserves a high school. There have been wonderful ideas for boosting enrollment at NDSS, which are contained within the report. The DNA Arts Program, a specialist high skills major, agricultural program supported by Inniskill and Wine's co-founder Donald Zeraldo, football and golf sports programs, international baccalaureate program, and international student recruitment. All are wonderful ideas. The Altus report of May 29, 2008, commissioned by the town to review the demographic statistics cited by the DSBN, is also good. It showed that while enrollment share capture of people that go to NDSS was down to 41% from 56% a decade ago, it concluded that population in Niagara-on-the-Lake is growing. By 2016, an estimated 870 high school age students will live here. If the share capture were to remain at 41%, then 356 students would be at NDSS. If share capture rebounded to 56%, there would be 487 students. If it would remain in the middle, there would be about 421 students. All of these numbers are in excess of what the DSBN required NDSS to achieve in order to remain open. Given sufficient time and support by the DSBN, one or more of the above-mentioned programming ideas would certainly lead to increased population at NDSS. However, as it stands, the DSBN has not given a reprieve to the closing of NDSS. This should have been the goal of the NDSS Strategic Committee, to get sufficient time, such as a 5-year commitment from the DSBN to increase enrollment at the high school. However, the NDSS Strategy Committee took a different and fundamentally flawed approach. Instead of making arguments for building a strong community high school, it goes on in specific detail how to destroy neighborhood-based education. I cannot in good conscience approve of the overall recommendations by the NDSS Strategy Committee. The committee wants to create a community-based high school for the cost of dismantling our community-based public and Catholic elementary schools and the relocation of Eden students. As proof of support, the Strategy Committee touts the results of an online poll conducted through the Chamber of Commerce. Quote, 74% of respondents support the campus concept, unquote, referring to the NDSS site. The survey results are questionable given that 4 other surveys established polar opposite results. 73% of Colonel John Putler's parents did not want an elementary school on the NDSS site. 70% of Virgil parents wanted the elementary school, the new one, in the Virgil neighborhood. NDSS, as you know, is not within the Virgil neighborhood boundary. Parliament Oak parents responded overwhelmingly against an elementary school on the NDSS site, either as just a new elementary school or as part of a mega school. A survey conducted by Save Our School found that only 30% of respondents favored any mega school campus. There are other problems with the survey, such as biasly worded questions, pre-selected answers, no references to the origins of cost figures, analysis figures provided, no restriction to the survey respondents. Anyone, including people from out of province or country, could have responded. Only people with internet access could respond. Also, the survey did not address closing down the Catholic elementary school or moving them to a mega school. There was no questions related to the forced relocation of Mennonite Eden High School students to the mega school. The lack of these questions clearly invalidates the survey results for use within the NDSS strategy report. The Chamber survey and the NDSS strategy report are focused on different goals. Now, I'm no professional when it comes to surveys. However, if I can find these faults, I can only imagine what the experts at the Ministry of Education would discover. Forcing everyone to this new mega school will not increase the retention rate. There's only one high school within the entire 132 square kilometers that make up Niagara-on-the-Lake. Relocating students a few kilometers closer will do nothing for those retention rates. If anything, it'll make parents seriously reconsider their educational options and even where they want to live. The composition of the NDSS Strategy Committee can be questioned. There are 11 members, 4 from Council, 4 executives from Friends of NDSS, someone from the IB Committee, Virgil Business Association, and for the Chamber of Commerce. As soon as the committee started to discuss public elementary schools, St. Michael and Eden, to attend this mega school. Membership should have been open and offered to those affected community groups. At best, this report is dubious given the blatant disregard of community involvement. Does anyone remember the Hydra from Greek mythology? Here's a quick reminder. Hercules, upon attempting to slay the multi-head beast, found that when you cut off one of its heads, two would grow back. The Hydra Mega School is now upon Niagara-on-the-Lake. The first incarnation of the Mega School campus was presented at the 2007-2008 ARC Community, which was supposedly enthusiastically received. The community majority spoke out against this concept, and the majority of ARC members agreed. The idea was sliced as a recommendation to the DSBN. Next, high school supporters, along with the town of Niagara-on-the-Lake, gave the Hydra a new head by adding the community center to the mega school. Again, the community majority spoke up and cut this idea down because it still dismantled neighborhood-based elementary education. Niagara-on-the-Lake's own town council also saw the flaws with this idea and decided that a community center should be within the community, and they cut the community center from the mega Hydra school by locating it on the site of the new the new library and not NDSS. Now the Hydra Mega School, I'm having problems with my has two new heads, one for Catholic students and another for Mennonite students. Members of the Catholic and Mennonite community will oppose these ideas, and ultimately this Hydra Mega School will be slain. Had the NDSS Strategy Committee been more open and invited stakeholders from all aspects of the community, I am sure an excellent report could have been drafted. It would have been supported by council, the community majorities, and by those whose education it would impact. It would have been a report that the Ministry of Education would find difficult to dismiss. Unfortunately for NDSS, this did not happen. Thank you for your time.
That's fine. Are there questions? Seeing none, thank you very much for coming forward. And we have one more deputant this evening, Ms. Marion Battersby.